Hello, it's Em, the beginner crafter, and it's time for FlossTube. So cross stitch works, and the first one I worked on was the Christmas Bauble, and I worked on the white part here. So I did the trees here and here and those kind of hillsides, like those. I still have the rest of the church to do, but this is in color. I decided to work only in white so far, and then the bottom part. So I guess I'm about in a third of the picture, almost a half, but when it comes to the whole of the Christmas Bauble, it's the last of the 4, so I'm really close to finishing. So before Christmas it will definitely be done. And it was a cold week here, so it kind of suited the mood that you're already thinking about snow. I mean, it wasn't that cold, but compared to the last few weeks when it was really hot, then it was a nice change of the temperature and just sort of suited the fact that, yeah, winter is slowly approaching us. Okay. Next one is Mini Marvellous Garden. There's still not super much to say. I went down to the 3rd row. I got to the end of the page here, and those things are either colors I don't have or confetti stitches, which I hate doing, so I'm waiting for more of them to appear. And I checked, this is about 2.5% of the whole picture, just this much or this little. And one other picture that I did was Miranda, and this is how much I have. It's almost the end of the page. Miranda is at 3.6%, so you can see the difference that's going to be in the size of the pictures when they will be finished. This is 2.5%, this is 3.6%. Huge difference for how long I'm going to stitch and how big it's going to be. With Miranda, I'm super excited because I'm nearing the end of the page. This is what I have to do, and some stitches here. Again, mostly these are colors I don't have or confetti stitches that I don't really want to do. But I think when it comes to the number of stitches I did, I basically finished the page because some of this is already outside page 1 and also have a few stitches done on the side as well. I don't know why someone decided to finish the page at row 98 instead of going to 100. My OCD sort of doesn't like it, especially when I looked at the picture. The bottom pages are very thin. I don't really know how many rows, but definitely not a full. I don't think it's even a fifth of the page. So they could have gone to 100 per page and just make it, clean, round number. But no, so I decided to usually go to the 100 and just finish the square. But sometimes, like here or here, I just, I finished the thread, for example, so I decided I won't start a new one on a new page. I just parked a few here, so they're waiting for their turn, which will come in a long time, I guess, because I think I'll move to this page and then that page and then that page, and then I'll have a major engineering to do because the picture won't fit on the fabric that I've cut, so I'll have to somehow add the fabric. So it's quite possible I will get to those pages until the end, more or less, of this side of the fabric, then move on to lower rows to sort of have this piece of fabric finished, and then I guess add fabric on the side. I really don't know how it's going to work. I mean, I still have quite a lot of pages to do. 3, probably 4 will fit in there. Full pages, and I've been doing this one page for a few months now, so it's not something that I need to take care of immediately, but yeah, some thinking is required in some time. So that's the Miranda, but I really like the effect it gives, and I really like stitching on it, and I like using the Pattern Keeper app for the stitches, and I use this app for this and for the mini Marvellous Garden as well. So that's project number 3 that I worked on. Then project number 4, it's the magical bookshelves. I have to say it looks better on camera than it does in real life. It looks very interesting and really much better on camera. Just, I don't know, maybe a different point of view when I put it on the floor and look at it like diagonally. Much nicer effect. Wow. And like I said last time, I still haven't managed to do that, but I need to check the pattern, if it is an original one or if it is a knockoff from Heaven and Earth Design, which would be terrible, that I would buy something that's strictly speaking legal. And here I'm also nearing the end of the page. It is, I think it's still this square and part of that square. I'm not like 100% sure, but it also doesn't end in a round number. I don't like it. I really don't like when it does that. Here it also goes for a while. It's just that sort of here it's the next bookshelf will appear, so there it's a completely different pattern, and I wanted to just stick to that. And man, it really looks better this way when you look at it from a distance, not from a close-up. I don't know, the effect is just better from a distance. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I think I put around 1,000 stitches maybe on it from the last time, maybe 500. Something like that. I think it was 1,000, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember anymore where I was when I showed it to you last time, but I did work a lot on it. And the last project is the Virgo, which I'm also super excited about because I've basically finished page 8. The only stitch I still need to do from page 8 is, let me find it, this one. And this one will soon disappear because there are a few stitches of that same color in here, so I will definitely be working on it. So I consider page 8 done. As you can see, I've done quite a lot on page 9, and a very good thing that happened is I got rid of some of the parked thread that I used to put on the back of the whip. So I have much less mess to deal with right now, because now that those threads are parked in the front, even though they are also quite a mess, it's not as big of a mess. I have more control over it because it's on the correct side of the picture. So I like it better this way, and this is also something I am very, very excited about. And also the face is almost totally finished, so that's also a very important thing. And yeah, like I said, I finished page 8. There are 25 pages in the pattern, but as with Miranda, the bottom part is not full-size pages of the pattern. So I'm definitely over 1/3 of the picture in total. Not yet a half, obviously, but over 1/3, so really working good. So I really like the way it's looking and the way it's progressing. I don't think I have any missing thread here in this pattern, because I tried to buy all of the threads when I was starting the pattern. I mean, I didn't buy all of the thread at once, but I tried to buy as much as possible, and then I kept adding. The only thing that might happen is that I will run out of the blues, because I remember there was one color that the shop didn't have the necessary amount of. So I only bought, for example, 3 skeins instead of 4 that were needed. But the blues, I guess, will be mostly here again. I mean, they will be here and on both sides, but they will mostly be used at the bottom. So it's still some time before I will really run out of them. So for now, Virgo is the picture that has all the necessary thread. Also the magical bookshelves, because they were a kit from AliExpress, so I hope there is enough thread for it. And like I said with Miranda and with Mini Marvellous Garden, there are some threads even at the sort of beginning that I don't have, and I will need to buy. I also will need to buy some needles, because I keep losing them for reasons unknown to me. I don't have enough of needles, so once I have enough to buy so that the delivery won't be as expensive as the product, then I'll make an order and get those threads. Okay, if you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. I always like it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to watch my progress on the cross stitch projects, and also on my crochet and other crafts. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.